happens in this contest. We thought initially that the third baseman, Mr. White, would get a chance to go ahead and be the starting pitcher, but they opted to put him on the hill Saturday and win his 7 innings. Of course, you can go 10 innings in 3 days, so he did not get that opportunity. Schilling is now going to get the pass, and he's down at first base. So the runners at first and second now for Josh Leto, the catcher.
They didn't want to give Schilling a chance to hit that far ahead in the count. They're going ahead and intentionally walk him. There you see the rule differences in high school baseball. The coach or the catcher can request time and send the batter to first on an intentional walk without throwing a pitch. Anytime in the count, he can do that.
And the purpose of just doing that is to save the arm.
Save the arm, right.
To be honest, high school players are not that good sometimes with the free pass, tossing the ball outside. I know I had a hard time finding the plate as it was.
Well, and that's the theory. If he's struggling a little bit getting it over, don't make him throw more out of the strike zone.
So the information on Josh Leto so far in this contest, has been on a couple of times without the benefit of a hit. You were talking about that Champ Summers and Whitson situation I watched at Braves-Padres game. That game featured a lot of fisticuffs. We saw, baseball games down through the years that have been intriguing. I had a chance to watch most of that 22-inning affair the other night.
I went to bed while the Nationals and Mets were just going to extra innings.
I have the extra innings package, so I got to watch the 21st inning stretch.
I didn't want any part of that, but I woke up the next morning and saw there was the 14-inning Mets-Nationals game, there was a 10-inning game, and then the 22-inning Rockies-Padres that you mentioned. And now that's the danger of walking a hitter, because you can't find the zone again. And now he has walked Lento.
And it brings up Tyler Kice now. So it started off with a called third strike on Robert Phillips, then a base hit by Jared King. Swinging strikeout by Ben Swart, but back-to-back walks to Alex Schilling and Josh Leto. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Kice. Got a hit in this contest. And Pruitt with a quick conversation. And it is going to be Mr. Robbins staying out there as he's pitched into the 5th inning of play.
I have 5 base on balls and 2 hit batters, so 7 free passes.
Correct. And I've got 3
Here's
strikeouts for Robbins as well.
And once again, the amazing thing, only 1 run to this point through 4 2/3 innings.
And that is pitch number 86 for him. Well, they joke 70 pitches in 2 innings. That wasn't quite the case, but 86 in 4+.
Well, and Tim Bates mentioned the fact that he has a rubber arm that he can throw all game long, so they're not really going to worry about a pitch count with him. They're still going to monitor whether he's getting outs when he needs to get the outs, and so far he's done that, although he's behind in the count 2-0 here.
Time is called, and Tim Bates is going to come out to the mound, in fact, and have a conversation and bring in the entire infield as well, too. Now it's a situation now where it's 1-0. You want to keep this game close. If your Westerville South runs have been at a premium, I think Tim's going to come out and have a quick conversation. Interesting, Tim Bates and Chris Huseman both went to Otterbein.
I think we're going to have a switch here, Randy, because it looks like Robbins is wondering why he's going to be replaced. Looks like we're going to have a straight switch here. Shortstop Brian Williams is going to take the baseball and pitch, and Robbins is going to go play shortstop. So
Williams will take the hill, and he'll take over. He's a ground ball pitcher. In fact, he's a guy that if he pitches, it will be rapidly, because this is a guy that is not quite a Jim Cott, but he likes to get it and bring it. And the count now at 2-0 with the bases loaded and 2 outs. So interesting. This is what you'll see in high school baseball, is the fact that you can flop the shortstop and the pitcher, and that's the scenario here. So Chris Huseman now will talk to his guys and let him know what to expect and what they do know about Brian Williams. Remember, this is just a sophomore coming in to take over. Doesn't overpower them, but he doesn't walk batters either. He's got a fastball, a changeup, and he throws strikes. He's also got a cutter as well. Just a reminder, this copyrighted telecast is the sole property of the Columbus Sports Network and is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, publication, reproduction, transmission, or unauthorized use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this telecast without the express written consent of the Columbus Sports Network is strictly prohibited.
Well, I think the thinking from Tim Bates is that he doesn't want to see any more runs scored. They have been struggling to put runs up on the board against Neil Johnson, the pitcher for Dublin Jerome. And his thinking is Robbins has really struggled with those 5 walks and 2 hit batters. He's put 7 runners on base. As you see the numbers from Brian Williams there, 1-1 record, 6.0 earned run average. And his thinking is, Randy, you mentioned it when you were introducing Brian Williams, that he throws strikes. That's what he needs in this situation. Have Tyler Kice, the hitter for Dublin Jerome, put the ball in play.
He's a ground ball pitcher. See what he does here. Inherits a 2-0 count on Kice. Williams with the offering. Nibbles on the outside corner for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. So the sophomore trying to meet the challenge on the hill. 5'11", 177. Next pitch just misses off the corner, and now the count goes 3-1.
Randy, you're right. Don't look down or you're going to miss a pitch from Williams. He gets that baseball back. Look, he's on the mound already. Taking the signal, telling the hitter, get in there and hit it. Let's play ball.
And the count is now full at 3-2. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 5th, the Celtics going to have everybody moving, including the mascot here. Looking for more. Here's the pitch, the 3-2, and it bounces in. It's a free pass. And that will plate the run and make it a 2-0 ball game now as Jared King crosses the plate. It's the kind of RBI you like to get as a hitter sometimes.
For the Celtics,
Well, it certainly is. And he tries to throw the fastball, but just tries to overthrow it a little bit, releases it too far out in front, and it's in the dirt. Good job by the catcher, Brad Pruitt, of keeping that in front. And you know what Williams has to think about out there is we're still in this ball game. It's only 2-0. Come out and get another strike, throw some pitches, get the guys out.
And Brad Pruitt got the worst of that behind the dish on that pitch, so he's going to have to collect himself right now. And again, that makes it a 2-0 ball game. Tyler Kice now gets RBI number 6 on the campaign and brings Alex Ring to the plate. And that's what I mean. You know, playing behind the plate, Eric, you take so many blows. But the other thing I think people don't understand is when you go after foul ball, you wear so much equipment. It's very hard to move around and go after that thing. But look at the damage you have to put up with sometimes. As the catcher, the left inner thigh.
Inside
right
of the thigh. They're going to bring him a drink of water out of the dugout and let him just settle down. This can't be helping. And, of course, Brian Williams wants his catcher to be ready to go. But this can't help a pitcher like Williams, who is so used to getting the baseball and throwing. But Pruitt shows his toughness, and he's ready to go now. Can he tell his pitcher out there, just throw strikes, let's go get him.
So with the 2-0 count when he inherited it, you still charge that to Robbins. So he gets credit for that walk. That would be his 6th free pass. And stepping in is Alex Ring. Ring has walked in this contest. So bases loaded in the last 2 innings for the Celtics. So far they've been able to plate 1 run. The other run came back in the 1st inning via the plunk batter and the 3 wild pitches. And there's a strike from Williams now. Evens things at a ball and a strike. 2 outs. Bases still loaded in the 5th. Slated for 7. Wildcats in the damage control mode right now. Next pitch. Fly ball. Left field side near the line. Moon giving chase. Foul territory. Has room near the mound. And the bullpen there and makes the catch to retire the side. But they score 1. They strand 3. We've played 5. 2-0. The Celtics here on CSN. And welcome back to Celtic Field as we go to the top of the 6th inning of play. Dublin Jerome up in this contest now by a count of 2-0. So Westerville South with 2 last chances to tie this one or win it. Eric Robbins, the starter, went 4 2/3 as we close the book on him. Couple of runs, both earned on 4 hits. He walked 6, struck out 3, threw 4 wild pitches, and threw 87 pitches during his tenure out there. So top of the 6th we go. And Eric Robbins to lead it off.
Shortstop, Eric Robbins.
The start of the game on the hill. You swing differently now as a shortstop? Now, as a pitcher, you don't have to make much contact.
Yeah, that's right.
I heard somebody saying that a pitcher that hits 200 is more like a guy that hits 300. I said, in the high school level, though, it doesn't matter. You're hitting 350, you're hitting 350. And that's a number, too. A guy that's hitting 370 in high school baseball, how do you equate that to the fan that's watching Major League Baseball? Is a 370 hitter somebody like a 270 hitter, perhaps, in the pros?
Well, it's more like 350 equates to about 300.
Popped up, and look at Johnson. He'll take control. And Neil said, you know, I'm tallest, so I'll be closest to the baseball when it comes back down off the top of the mountain, 1 down.
Well, consider that a rebound by the 6'8" center on the Celtic basketball team. We had him with CSN against Dublin Soda early in the year.
Against Olentangy Liberty in basketball.
In basketball, yeah, that's right. Okay. There, nice play. He was the only one to get there. Everybody stays out of his way.
Yeah, I don't blame him. 1 down. Here's Palumbo. Pops a fastball high to Neil Johnson. Neil's got it going here. We talked about the job that he has done coming off a victory on Friday, 3-2 over Grove City, where he went